we chose this route just because it was easy for a kid, but it ended up being easier for him than for us.
I have your sweat and tears to thank for growing to anything. You drew the line when I myself was unable. You say you want.
We came back from Teton Village very impressed. It was a wonderful, wonderful hiking experience. Nature, vibe, the whole thing was very interesting. It was actually quite a spontaneous trip. Teton Village was something we learned about while we were there, actually when we were staying in Salt Lake City. The original trip was, we started from Chicago, we drove all the way to Salt Lake City, which was something like 23 hours. Obviously we had some stops and sleepovers along the way. Originally we were gonna go to the Teton National Park. At the hotel in Salt Lake City, we met some people that they said, oh, south of the national park there's a village called Teton Village, and it's really interesting and beautiful village, so upscale, so wonderful, amazing to travel with if you have children with you. So we looked at the map and sure, it's on our route on the way and we can spend a day there. So we decided to go there first. The day before we were visiting Salt Flats. So we drove from Salt Flats and stayed over by the highway, where from there we drove to Teton Village. It's something about 5 hours from Salt Lake City to Teton Village. Well, obviously we stopped along the way because it was too scenic, too beautiful, not to stop, not to see all the views and film, fly the drone, and just explore nature. I don't know about other people. If I travel to places like this, I literally get so emotional from beautiful views. And maybe I'm just like a visual person, or maybe it's everybody, but I wanted to film the entire time, like every second. You want to film the whole thing. Obviously it's too much, and going over the footage later is too much, but it was so incredibly beautiful. Catapult? No, it looks like a scale. Hey, what are you doing? Trying to make fire? You build a campfire? And are you trying to ignite fire through sunglasses? But why do you need fire here?
The creatures get on fire.
That's mean. Why? There's no bad creatures in nature.
Yeah.
Teton Village is a small mountain village in Wyoming. It surrounds the base of the Jacksonville Hole Mountain Resort, and it's south of the Grand Teton National Park. Population is 733. That was in 2020, with median age of 54.4, which means the population is quite mature and older. Population increase and decline was 0% as of 2020. There's really nothing like wild nature. I genuinely get this euphoric high feeling when I'm in places like this. I just want to burst in tears and try to imagine what it's like for people living there permanently. And every time, literally, when we move through places like this, when we drive through places like this, I'm like, what is it like to live here? And we're like, oh, let's look at Airbnbs. Maybe we can stay here for like a month. Or what's real estate costs here? And obviously real estate in places like this is quite expensive. And the prices of real estate, I just checked to live there, it's between 1.1 million and 22.9 million. There's not too many houses offered for sale, but the ones that do, that's kind of the price it range, just because, again, it's very scattered. There's not too many housing there. I assume that the government or the state doesn't want too many inhabitants in the area because they want to keep it kind of like very in tune with nature. Our trip was started in the evening. It was a very improv trip, so obviously we didn't make too many plans in advance. We didn't make reservations in advance. We were like, oh, we'll just come there and see what it's like. We had camping gear with us, so we're like, okay, we're gonna come and we're gonna camp out. Little did we know, campgrounds were all booked, so we couldn't really get camping around. I know some people camp off-road, but you kind of have to take your own risk because there's bears and there's wild animals, and I wasn't ready for it. So we're like, okay, let's go explore. If anything, we can drive out. We'll get a hotel or something. No, there's hotels within the village where the main attractions are. There are like 4 or 5 hotels in the main area of the village. When we were there, they were outrageously either expensive or fully booked. Right now, if I check prices, I guess it really depends on the season. Right now, prices would be between $150 and $300 a night. When we were there, it was like between $300, which was fully booked, and $3,000 a night. But anyways, we were like, okay, we'll do it later. Us being us, which is not always the most responsible thing, but okay. We walked around the village for a little bit, and then we had dinner at Il Villaggio's area. The vibe was very pleasant. It was really good Italian food. It was beautiful, magical evening, and we definitely had a lot of fun.
I'm happy.
I'm happy too. It's our dinner
I'm happy.
in Grand Teton.
I'm happy.
And
I can't even explain that.
yeah, you're that happy?
This is the best village I've ever been to.
We had plans to go hiking the next morning. So it's our server, being a bit bear paranoid after hearing stories and such, was the bear situation in the mountains on the hiking trails. To which he responded, no, not too bad. Bears don't really come close to humans. They're, they like their own space, their own distance. But there's Bear 399 that's not too afraid, and sometimes it's seen around the village. Like, what do you mean Bear 399? So apparently what they do is they capture the bears, especially the ones who roam around town. They put them under anesthesia, put a tracker on them, number them, and release them back to the wild. And then they can see where the bear comes and goes. So apparently there's this bear, $3.99 or $9 something, whatever. It's quite social and likes to come to the city and snoop around. So locals know him, apparently. I mean, I guess it was sort of reassuring or not. But next day we went hiking.
Oh, you're so cute. Wow.
All right, let's go. We're going on a hike up there.
Wildflower Trail. Yeah.
Right there.
But where are we going without you? You know that the people can park the rail. So
We were told that it's a simpler trail, that we can go there with a child, so.
But it's strange when you drove all the way here.
You drew the line when I myself was unable. I have your sweat and tears to thank for growing to be the staple. This one is just for you. You were there in my life since I opened my eyes. Help me find the way. Pains went all away. You knew that the things that many can notice. You are the main part of everything. You drew the line when I myself was unable. You say you are not perfect. I don't need you to. I have your sweat and tears to thank for growing to be the stable. It all comes down to what matters, that you are there for me. You gave my life the meaning it needed. Without you, I just cannot survive. You helped me when I was in trouble. Helped me with the dream that I wanted to follow. I'm sure it's hard.
We're about 3 hours into the hike, and it's tough, but we're getting there. This guy's the toughest of us all. Yeah?
we're gonna rest on the gondola. By the
We're
way.
resting for a few minutes, and then we're gonna keep
Yeah,
going.
but let's go. We don't need to rest.
There's a few more minutes to the
One
top.
more, and we're gonna
tough.
rest the gondola.
We're gonna rest on the gondola.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, let's go.
This tree has a bunch of scratch marks. I'm curious if that's a bear tried to climb this tree. What are you guys doing there? The trail is right there. This is the trail. What are you doing there?
We actually took a shortcut, so
That's not a shortcut. That's a hard cut. We went up all this way. This is my cardio.
So I can show you how much I love this life. You drew the line when I myself was unable. You say you are not perfect. I don't need you to. I have your sweat.
We are almost there. Here's the gondolas. One more curve. And we're there.
What matters that you are there for.
We asked her for a trail that's simpler, that's easier for a child to do. Little do we know that our child was going to outrun us and the trail was easier for him than for us, which was great. It was so amazing. I mean, I got tired, obviously. I was quite red, you can see in the videos. I needed some rest here and there. It was such an amazing euphoric feeling again once we reached the top, and it was really amazing. There was a wedding. I guess we crushed the wedding a little bit. There were a lot of people around there, a lot of people there, and a couple was getting married with beautiful, beautiful views, which was really great. We had pizza at the top. We were really hungry. We filled our water bottles and then took the gondola ride down back to the village. And we reached the top. And we're gonna get down on these gondolas. We're gonna look for water though, to get some water refill. We have to hurry though because I think the last ride is at 5 o'clock and it's 4:30 and there's a line of people. So beautiful, such a cool place. And the bride is here. She's about to have her grand entrance. We're going down on the gondola! Yay!
Oh, look! Look!
Going down the gondola!
Look!
Look at the view! Came in the evening, we hiked the next day, and the evening we left again. So we were there for just one day. We enjoyed the hiking, we enjoyed the good food, we enjoyed their coffee shop, and just walking around the town. We didn't do too many activities that the village offers. However, if you do go there, there's a lot of things to do besides just hiking. Again, it depends on the season. The holidays, obviously there's skiing there, there's outdoor sports, winter sports. Also there's a beautiful spa that you can relax in. There's horseback riding, there's bike riding, there's special trails for bike riders, gondola rides, there's a music festival, you have to check the dates. There's paragliding, fishing, wild animals, sightseeing, and you can also backpack and go hike up the mountain, set up camp there. There was like a whole team of backpackers going up the trails. Also, the vibe was, it felt very upscale. Like, it's very secluded. It's really far out, far away from everything. Getting there, I'm sure there's an airport nearby where people fly into. We drove, but the vibe was very upscale, people very upscale. It felt very much old money. Again, you don't need a big budget to enjoy that space. You can come there, you can camp, you can sleep in your car, an RV, you can go off-road. There's many options, but if you do have a budget, let's say you can stay in a nicer hotel, you can, do the nicer things so the hotels are offering. But we've seen quite a few people rolling in really nice cars. People were very fit, very beautiful, very, very put together. It felt very much kind of like this old money feel vibe where people are not too show-offy, but you can see that people are, quite established. Next time, I'm sure I'm gonna have some kind of other experience. Maybe I'll have some kind of other conclusions. But all in all, I truly enjoyed it. I think it's a magical place. I think it's really, really beautiful. There's kind of like this secretive little village that not a lot of people know about.